Hi and welcome to episode 4 of Destiny 2. This video is actually going to be me going through the strike because I do not want to do any story missions without y'all. This is a playthrough, so it is a playthrough. I don't want to do any story missions without y'all, and that is repeating exactly what I said, but I don't really fucking care because this is really needed for the overall story, so to speak, because I am wanting to do chronological order for the overall storytelling to make it a lot smoother. And I have done a whole lot when it comes to build crafting. Like I've actually perfected the heavy, perfected my special, and also perfected the little mods here and there, making it a hell of a lot better. But that's about it. Hopefully now, and I also made it where it's one of my loadouts now. But hopefully this build should work absolutely gorgeously with practically no reason to swap it, even in higher ends. Like, I'm planning on doing legend campaigns as well, just so y'all know. Whenever I get to those, I'm planning on doing those solo, because I can typically do those solo. Like, I think I can actually do all of them solo, depending on the build I'm rocking. Oh yeah, this is almost done. Just making sure I wasn't in game chat.
I'm reading dense hive signatures in a facility up ahead.
Devota is gathering a swarm.
We might be walking into a trap.
That's the gig. We carry the light where no one else can.
I don't like being pulled because a lot of different builds have a lot of different reasons to just not be pulled. Fucking prick.
I burned out the rest of Devota's hiding spots. She's got nowhere to run. A well-crafted snare. Just doing my
He
part.
is literally just
Keep your
not
heads
taking
down,
his
Sergeant.
time to wait for the ally. That is absolutely annoying.
All right, take her down.
And I didn't say this before, but I'm really making this video because I really want to get some more shit done on this character. Hunter is very fun to play like every other character, and I'm really wanting to get good with Hunter overall. Like, I'd say I'm good with Warlock, because Warlock is Space Wizard. Space Wizard is very simple, air quotations. Not really simple whatsoever, but you can really slap anything together and it will function. So, trying to get really good with Hunter, because that is something I haven't done yet. I am getting the hang of this movement, damn. Also, for anyone new,
They can rest easier now, thanks to you.
We couldn't have done it without you, Shaw.
Maybe. Don't sell yourself short. I see a spark in you, Guardian. Make sure you keep it safe. Don't let it get to your head, okay? This is only the beginning of your story.
Excellent work. Return to the tower.
if you are a new player, keep in mind that what I'm gonna say. To learn any movement for any class a hell of a lot easier, always learn a movement ability first. Like across all the characters, across all the subclasses, always learn one jump to begin with.
And you have continued to impress us with your ongoing successes, Guardian. With help from Guardians like you, we have come to a greater understanding of the truth. The darkness is not what we first assumed.
That's the campaign I'm going to do next.
It is a powerful tool of paracausal energy. Despite my earlier misgivings,
Then that one.
we have learned how to harness it to help humanity. Just as our enemies have found ways to wield the light against us. What we once thought was the darkness, the vile entity responsible for our great collapse, is now known to us as the Witness. For the first time in hundreds of years, the Traveler left the last city to directly confront it in Earth's orbit. And the Vanguard needs you now more than ever. Come see me for some important assignments, Guardian.
Okay, that's kind of cool. That's a time skip. Okay. I actually appreciate that. Even though this is going to be kind of jarring for y'all because I'm going to jump back to that present, relatively speaking, like skipping. It's going back a little bit farther by a good bit. Don't know why it's taking so long to load. Oh, how's it go?
Your light has not gone out.
Okay,
Carry the light.
something amazing. I don't really care about that. Something amazing. Good at first glance, but with something where it is actually just that. Okay,
I know you are capable.
that is very handy with the combination of that, because that will refill that will refill that, so you have a constant back and forth. And that constant back and forth, actually it's not really a good example because you only really need that one ability. Fuck. I was thinking if I could actually just figure out something here. Well, you can have two Tempest Strikes back and forth. You can have the combination blow to have fast recharge, or you have a combination blow to do Tempest, and then you dodge. You do that again, dodge again, kind of thing. You have two dodges. So you can have three abilities back to back to back, technically. But the thing that really helps out with overall is just dodge builds overall, which is very handy because dodging is very handy, and the added bonus of having Reaper on a chest plate, just having Reaper for free really, is just very, very handy, especially for Hunter, where her, or his, no, I said her, my Hunters are her, just so you know. The class abilities are all movement based and also ability to do all different things while doing that.
Be our eyes.
I don't. You know what?
Your light has not
I'm gonna
gone
plan
out.
for the next build. I'm gonna do that next, or a couple episodes actually. I think I'm gonna make a
Then
void
take
build in a couple episodes because I'm gonna fully playtest this build, go with this
it. May
build,
it serve you well.
and then I'm going to kick some serious ass with a void build. I don't know what I'm gonna want to do for void, but I'm gonna want to do something. Oh hell yeah! Oh, instantly I know exactly what I'm doing. Ooh. Okay. That's instant invis. That's instant invis for friendlies. I could easily go this double up. I'm gonna
Then
buy
take
all three. Okay. Uh, I'm thinking through this. What I'm planning on doing is doing that with the Arc Hunter Glaive, or the Hunter Glaive that is Arc. And I say Hunter Glaive because it's one of the very few exotics that are actually class specific, which is very interesting overall. Here it is. This glaive is actually very interesting, and I'm planning on using the ability to have that AoE, high damage, and just overall survivability tacked on, and the ability to use the passive of that of the melee ability being able to do that because the melee attack also works with the glaive melee, so I can apply that glaive or use that glaive to get weaken, do more damage with the glaive, then get that kill, go invisible again, and constantly keep that going and going and going, and do some damage here and there with the actual projectile and have that high damage as a fuck you and different things like that. Like I'm planning on doing something like that, but I'm still going to have that burning in the back of my mind.
stronger than ever.
Because, like I said, I want to play with this build. Well, shit. What is the next quest? Zevu Lala. Gotcha. What catalyst is that? Oh. Okay. Have I already gotten the Risk Runner? Thought I was able to do that quest again. That sucks. Or do I somehow get the catalyst before the exotic? Something kind of cool about this game, and I'm going to say this all as to help a new player. That what you just saw, that bright dust there, or the yellow dust that just popped up, that actually is premium currency-ish in the store. And I actually haven't looked at this. I don't think. Oh, I have actually looked at this. No mind. This stuff is actually very cool, and it's sometimes seasonal stuff. Like that is actually seasonal. That is a couple seasons ago, and sometimes they are on season. Like this is actually this season because of that symbol there, which is pretty cool. Hell yeah, Gambit. Uh oh, I was gonna say some emotes have a on and off. That's just a sit up. Okay. You know what? While I'm doing all of this, just to have some stuff for y'all to see, because I don't know who's new and who's not. Next episode, this isn't gonna all be in this. Next episode is going to be a lot more streamlined because all this is going to be set up because I don't like changing this a whole lot. Where is... There's finishers. Okay. Okay. I've not actually said this, I don't think, ever. I like having things like this on my Warlock, where it's more magical, more just mystical kind of thing, and stuff like this on my Titan, where it's very using the not abilities, using more, what's the right word, explosive force more than magical ability. Where my hunter, I really want more flowy, more stuff like that. Even though I actually have that on my Titan, I actually like that on my Titan. Or no, I have that on my Titan. Never mind. That is actually better for my hunter. That I actually think is on my warlock. That I think is also on my warlock. That is going to be on my hunter, because that I really like because of Hunter, not Hunter Ventress. I forget her name. I am not. The Wrath of the Awoken Queen, Mara Sov. I forget her name. Her name is Ventress, something around Ventress. She actually does that, which is very cool. And showing of the different colors, that actually can actually play a part in your build crafting, because that actually does play into your ability. Like, that is arc. That will actually build into arc damage, where some things actually work with that, which if you do want to build into that, that's actually pretty cool. And because this is one of the emotes that swap with your element, or this element, or okay, because it swaps to multiple elements. Some things don't swap to multiple elements, because this one does. It will actually allow you to have it on any subclass, but I think it synergizes with your super specifically. So if you're using Prismatic, you can use any super technically and synergize it. But that'll allow you to use it for different things here. I forget exactly what it synergizes with, because I don't typically use it for that. I just like it as a good finish off, and just other things I can easily build it with like this type of stuff, where it's very simple, very to the point, just slap it on, go. Or just a good finisher like I use. And if you don't know, the finisher, how you can actually do a finisher is when the boy is glowing and you see a dot above their head. When they're pulsing white. Better word, not glowing. I think I have those, all those. Wanting to get emotes, but those are all in the emote category. What? I only got one? Well, okay. I only got one. I never actually grabbed that. That is actually kind of hilarious. Okay. That is on my Titan, because that is maximum Titan. And now the last cosmetic piece, which will be this one. Because I really like my hunter being the Deadeye, even though I really don't... Wait, how easy is this? I've actually looked at this. Okay, then that's... Okay, I am going to do that at some point. That is something very easy to do. I thought it was a little bit harder. Well... Have I not talked to... I have not talked to Zevolala yet. Okay. Oh, okay. I want to play some Destiny PvP, because Destiny PvP is very fun. I'm going to make that Void build for PvP.
Let's begin.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Glaives to begin with were not really good at all. I'm going to wait for that to go away so you can actually see that this time. But glaives were not very good to begin with at all in PvP, because they did not actually want to collide. Even if the projectile exploded on them, it would not actually trigger the damage on them, which was very jank. But nowadays, they actually work pretty well. And because I'll be meleeing them I'll be prioritizing the melee, which will allow me to have that weaken effect on that projectile shot, so I should be able to melee and then projectile and get that basically insta-kill. If you don't know how glaives work, they have a basic melee that have a 3-shot combo that you can either tap on the melee to have that infinite combo with no pause, because if you just spam 3 melees, you have a pause, but you can also do a whole block to have a constant melee, which is actually kind of better. Now that I play with it a little bit, it's actually just kind of better, and it also doesn't take energy like I thought it would, so it's just actually kind of better. But I'm saying that because I have said just don't use it because it's better to just tap. Tapping is more rhythmic and actually feels a little bit better in my personal opinion, but it's actually better to do the block method, to be completely honest. But when you're not meleeing and blocking, because that's the block method, just melee and block. But if you're blocking and just blocking, you're able to take, like I believe it's a 50% damage resistance with the ability to, with the yeah, I actually was saying that right. With the ability to not take any crit damage whatsoever in PvP, where they cannot, no matter what, actually hit you in the forehead, which is absolutely gorgeous and allows you to just tank shit you otherwise shouldn't be able to tank, like super sometimes and just other shit that's just absolutely gorgeous. But I had a cough there. Sorry about that. And excuse me, ish. Because of all of that, I think that build is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Except I won't be actually. I can make it. I'm gonna make that an Omni build. One of those builds that you can use in PvP or PvP. I did say that correctly. Cool. At least I think I said that correctly.
Farewell.
Ooh, Iron Banana. No, Iron Banana was here earlier, but Iron Banana is actually pretty fun. And, okay. Ooh, I was gonna say the only... I am not walking past Iron... not Iron Banana. I'm not walking past Ikora. Iron Banana is actually very good nowadays, and I think it's gonna get better. I think it's better soon with the mods. Okay. Iron Banana has weapons very similar to Trials, but are on the easier side to get. Those Trials weapons are very hard to get because of what you're trying to do. Iron Banana is more of a higher end. Okay. And I actually get to talk to Devrim. I get to talk to Devrim. Devrim is actually a very cool character. I will talk to Shaxman later. I can do that later. Later, as in when I do the PvP stuff, and just whenever I come back to the Tower of Banshee.
Somewhere else.
Cool. Boom. And now... I'm going to continue just running. Oh, that's the reward for the quest overall. Okay. I'm going to speed through that and then...
I must have lost track of time.
I don't actually want to do that because that can easily just jump into different points in the campaigns, and I don't want to do that until it's a specific strike, so not doing that yet. That I can do pretty easily because I do want to make this as chronological as possible, like how I like doing every other playthrough I do. I don't know why I went back to the tower. Ooh, and I can actually... Okay. When you are doing everything for the first time, and apparently even when you make a new character or remake a character, better words, you're able to redo all of the lost sectors again, and if you do all of them, you're able to get stuff. I forget exactly what you do if you complete all of them. I think you get other things on your map once you complete all of them, or you get to know their name. I forget what exactly you get, but completing all of them is actually a pretty cool achievement overall because there's some that are actually pretty hidden. They're more hidden back then or in this time period because like actually they're not hidden now. Excuse me. When they are already completed, there'll be more grayed out. So that's when these are a lot more hidden. Excuse me. I thought that was an actual door. That is not. Okay. Okay. Things. Okay. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I am working off of a no sleep. This is actually like a couple hours after the previous video. But what I was trying to say, the first okay was I fell, I thought I was going to make it. Second okay was me trying to say that if I had Ascension there, I was able to make it, and that's why Ascension was made. Third okay was because I was trying to reset myself, and then I was just kind of fucked up. But, let's do some shit. Hell yeah.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
Those are public events. Public events are actually very handy, and you can actually see them on the map. When they are loading, like this boy, you can actually go to a banner there. If you mark it, you can easily go. Say, for example, here, I should have the marker there, and if I would just keep following that, I'll be able to go
Shut them down.
and get the banner that will then refresh everything. And I mean full ammo, full super, full everything, except for utility abilities, which sucks. But it's also kind of balanced because utility abilities are a better super pocket super because of what they do and how they synergize with the overall gameplay. They're not as super in their own right. They're more of a overall buff that allows them to actually need that little thing here and there because of how easy they are to get, relatively speaking, if you're building into them, and how powerful they are overall. They're actually more powerful than supers in some ways if you're really building into the prismatic ultimate itself. This game is also designed around playing with 3 players, so if you ever play this game, do play with 3 players, or at least one other player. It's so much better, and if you can't, it's okay, I can't play with anyone. And this is the easy melee build that you can easily slap together, but that is not actually what I'm trying to do. That it just allows me to just beat some ass if I really want to. I have it for that ability. Supers in this game get crazy. Like this guy can actually stick into big boys to allow you to do a whole lot of damage. So like if it was a big boss that was going to stay there, do a whole lot of damage and just be big scary, I could easily just be back here, toss, yeet, and just stay back while doing damage with anything else, like a heavy weapon, no matter what I'm wanting to do, and just absolutely tear them up, which is absolutely fucking gorgeous. And the other supers do not do that. Like for Arc and other things like that, like this super is unique in what that does, which is absolutely gorgeous, and how different subclasses just have so much wiggle room and playroom, which is why I'm so looking forward to the other classes and the new stuff overall, because I know that they're going to do like a subclass 3.5 kind of thing, where it's not 3. Or not 4.0, it is expanding upon the 3.0 subclass. I'm gonna knock these out because that's actually something kind of cool to do. Actually, shouldn't do that. That's a waste of time. I can do that in my free time because those aren't really story. Or, you know what? That could easily be something I do in a non-wanting to progress episode. A complete just clear out an area. Hell, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I am going to get this and then speed run through every single one of those. Oh, hell yeah. That's actually what I wanted to do. I'm going to complete that because that's actually a very fun one to do. And then I am going to complete every single lost sector in that location. Possibly. I don't think I'll be able to this episode. Next episode, I'll be able to do that. Even though I'm wanting to make this run for an hour, and I'm at 30 minutes right now, this mission is a lot of parkour, and gravity is a bitch. If I can get through this very fast, I should be able to get through at least half of that area in lost sectors, because I'll have to move, and I don't like fast traveling everywhere. I will try and drive places, because that's just gorgeous. That's what this game is kind of designed to do, because of how big the areas are, and just the
Glad to
overall
see that
things.
superconductor is being put to use. I'll leave you to it, but you get in over your head? Call me. I still owe you a rescue or two. Shaw, over and out.
We're hunting dust captains. Kill the mechanics to draw them out.
Okay, give me 1 second. I am testing my mic so it works. It does. My mic doesn't like working if the cord itself is finagled just wrong enough. Right there, I'm actually trying my best to show them what to do without just doing it for them. Because I could easily just shred this big bitch, but I'm actually trying to show them how to do it. Oh, I actually have to do that now. Cool. I thought I just had to go into the building now. And the reason why I just tried it is because I actually had reason to.
We've got what we need. Let's move.
The dodge mechanic for the skimmer is absolutely fucking gorgeous. I highly suggest trying to get good with it if you ever do get the skimmer, because it is going to be free. Possibly, I don't know for certain. I do always say I know for certain because it seems like that's how it's going to work, and Destiny works the same way, kind of always the same times. Like, you can tell. Destiny has a rhythm, is basically what I'm trying to say. You can always tell what's going to happen when it happens.
Mentioned a locked door near the gap. The only other note is chasm. Have fun. If we're hunting for one of Cade's stashes, those 3 words are a threat, followed by sarcasm. Watch your angles. The fall will probably kill you.
I'm going to try my best just to keep the speed boost and zoom on past him. Because I kind of remember the way. I do not know the way. I do not know the way! Do I live? I do not live. Shit. I thought I knew the way. I do not know the way. Fuck! I thought I had a right angle. I didn't have a right angle. And this is why I said this is going to take a little bit, because I'm wanting to get good with the movement that I have at my disposal, which is why I'm trying to just have fun. Is it just up? Oh, it is just up, so I should be able to... Ooh, okay. Boing, boing.
Cade would have liked you. You have his explorer spirit, and you're not afraid to take risks. Careful now.
Okay, I'm trying something. I'm sorry, this is literally going back to where I just was. But that's where I have to get to next. It's jump there, then jump there. But I want to see with mountaintop. Oh, you sack of a bitch. Wait, 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 wait. Can I use you? Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. Huh. Make it. Yeah. I will take it.
Math says even those closest to Cade will never find all of his stashes. The rumors of his misadventures don't even scratch the surface of the trouble he got up to. But who knows? Your legend is just getting started, Guardian. Maybe someday it'll be your adventures that inspire a new generation of heroes and explorers.
Foot. There we go. Here. The power of Yeetimus. Yeah. And I fucked up. Okay.
We're almost there. Keep climbing.
The reason why some jumps are very good, some jumps are very shit, is because it actually is not as simple as a shoot your feet. It is actually a jump shoot your feet to go to the specific place you're wanting to go, and that very fast input is very precise, and I am not really good at precision. Okay, that is not a possible jump, but that one is. Trigonometry! Yeah!
Banshee was right. His funny chicken-loving friend left us a present. Your arsenal keeps growing, Guardian. The technology in your hands hasn't been seen in hundreds of years. Which is to say, watch where you point that thing.
Okay. You know what? Technically, I am supposed to not even have an exotic at this point, so I am going to use the Risk Runner. Also, fall damage in this game is not lethal anymore. It was at it was a little bit ago and was that way for a very long time since this game came out. Fall damage was lethal, but there's always been ways, like with sword swings being able to negate fall damage, and with Titan's shoulder charges being able to negate fall damage by just punching the ground. Like when you're about to hit the ground, do either of those and you'll be able to just negate fall damage. Basically hit the ground hard enough and you negate fall damage. But, and something to help with swords, and this is the but, something to help with swords, the logic of swords, how they take ammo when you don't have enough ammo that you can't do anything with them. Think of them as syringes, not swords. That's why they can actually output a wave of stuff when they swing and different things like that. It's a syringe, not a sword.
Light 'em up.
The reason why you see the random that is because of this here. I think stuff like this should be an arc, but they are not an arc yet. And a lot of other things that have been like shown in the artifact kind of should be in the subclasses themselves, but they just haven't yet. I bet at some point they will be. Power creep's one hell of a thing. And not power creep. This area is meant to be a lot lower power when you're going into here. Since my power is up higher, it's not that good. But Bungie has talked about getting rid of the power system overall, so at some point, for a new player, and even an old player alike, this will be the exact same experience. At some point, because power level is going to be going away. At some point, they are trying their best to figure out a way to like have the weaning system, so it's not just oh fuck, because people don't really like this game. People complain about this game and just absolutely hate this game, and even though they don't really play it, because a lot of things I've talked about, people don't even agree with, like how there is no such thing as meta. Every weapon's good. Use what you want to, and I mean this for even high-end PvE, PvP, like no matter what you're doing, use what you want to. And that is where people don't really agree with me. People think I am just stupid, talking on my ass and everything like that. Even though that is literally years of experience playing this game and just understanding the fine-tuning things. Like, for an example, this is not explained anywhere on this gun. Nowhere you look on this gun is this explained. But the Trespasser has pinpoint hip fire in air or on ground. Better than their actual there. I don't know I said there. Better than its actual ADS, which is very fucking cool. Something kind of funny. Some weapons are actually there in a multiple person or a him or her, because some weapons are actually just people or entities or AI that are in a robotic gun or a fleshy gun, depending on the circumstances. In fleshy, air quotations, fleshy in the demonic space cockroach. Or interdimensional space cockroach. I don't really like demonic because they're not really demonic, and I don't know what demonic would really be because you only, like, for an example, Oni and demon kind of mean the same thing. So demonic would also be Oni, and Oni isn't actually bad. Best way to put it, like, I don't know what exactly is demon, which is why I'm saying or multi-dimensional cockroach is the best way to put it. And something kind of cool. If I remember correctly, technically the Monkey King is, or sorry about that. Technically the Monkey King is a Oni, which is actually kind of funny.
What do you think?
These are all catalysts I just haven't done because I have to use the weapon specifically, and some of those aren't my cup of tea.
Hey, Guardian. So long, but the new hardware model's coming in.
Quickly, friend.
Ah, I thought it was Ikora. Shit.
Guardian.
Okay. How much longer do I got? Cool. I'm actually going to show off a couple areas in the tower that are not actually used for anything nowadays, and one of these areas have not been used at all. This first area has actually been used to get the Leviathan's Breath, which is... Okay, the best way to put it is the Leviathan's Breath does not shoot a bow, or does not shoot a bolt. So the Leviathan's Breath is a bow. Just so you understand, so you have that general understanding. It does not shoot a bolt. It shoots a fucking piece of rebar. This shit hits like a small truck because it's in the heavy category. And it is one of the very few exotics that are able to basically kill you like a hit scan weapon, like at that range, at that distance, like that general thing, with guaranteed one-shot ability. And I'm just wanting to show you how fucking beefy that bitch is. The Leviathan's Breath is absolutely gorgeous in my personal opinion because of what it can actually do and how it can actually function. And just so you have a good like idea of how powerful this thing can be. And the one-shot ability is in PvP, just so you understand. That is a PvP one-shot once you have heavy ammo, but heavy ammo is... Like for Gambit, for an example, heavy ammo is very easy to come by, but in typical PvP, it is not that easy to come by. You have to wait on the spawn. But once you have it, you're able to do shit that are absolutely insane, but you are very audible when you're drawing back that bow. So it's not that easy to actually get anything done with it in PvP, but if people aren't paying attention, if they don't know exactly where you are, you're able to just absolutely dink them. And to throw them off so heavily, if they do not know you're using this, you can draw it back and just hold it and just wait. And because that gives you bonus damage, it actually works with the Leviathan's Breath. If I remember correctly, though, it only works for the impact damage, not the explosion damage, because that's how it splits up. But that explosion then impact is kind of 50-50, so that damage increase, sure, it's not the full 100 from the initial bow itself, but you're still adding on percentile increases, I think up to like, I want to say 200% increase on half of the initial one-shot ability. So sure, in PvP it's not really useful, but Gambit specifically, there is a boss phase that's at the very end to actually win. Gambit's a very fun mode that I will actually play at some point, but Gambit is a very... Gambit overall has a lot of cool things about it and has a lot of cool little things here and there that allows PvP, PvE to work a hell of a lot better, and that is where builds like I'm wanting to make my PvP build can really shine, and I can actually test it off a little bit better there, which will allow you to do invading and non-invading back and forth. Here's the monument to it. The person that was here.
I was born outside the city walls, you know that? Yeah. It was rough on the refugee roads. My ma died crossing the Panama Ravine. Pa died just a half day's ride from the city gate. Folks back then thought, if you made it to the city, you were safe. Took me a long time to feel safe here. I guess that's why I like working in the tower with y'all. Guardians don't die. At least, that's what I thought. But forward momentum, buddy. That's what Cade would want. And, what else can we do? I'm just glad you're safe.
Okay. Cade died in Forsaken. That is one of those expansions that got DCV'd, and I do believe at some point they're going to be kind of un-DCV'd, and that is just completely just... That is one of those that are just hoping more than understanding what Bungie might do. They have done things like allow you to play some missions here and there with this system overall, where you can actually go back and play some missions from different campaigns long gone, which is very fun overall. And this area is the path, or this pathway is to get to the Leviathan Breath area, which is actually Banshee's secret stash. There's some scannables here and there that I believe used to give voice lines. I don't think they give voice lines anymore. And some places you can just easily hang out with your friends. Like here, you can just hang out, just talk, do something, dance on the table. I forgot my emotes. Shit. I can do that later because I really want to show these off. These you can also use as like a just I want to sell something kind of thing. I haven't been able to do that, or haven't really been able to like text or anything like that, but that could have some very fun implications or applications. Ah, shit, gravity. Something kind of cool about mobility. Mobility actually works in tower and spaces like this, where your jump height will actually be just better than like Titans or Warlocks that don't build into that as much. And that is the Leviathan's Breath. And a lot of just basic weapons, because he is the gunsmith and makes a lot of basic weapons. Here's the exit. That opens up right into this area. Oh. There used to be a way, can I, no. Yeet, motherfucker. Okay, that gives me a reason to just travel down here, because this is where the second one is. And that's actually, ooh, hell yeah, this is right up here. It is right over here. This one has never been used, to my knowledge, for literally anything, but if I remember correctly, and I think he does move sometimes here and there is a Superbot. I don't know how I fucked that first jump up so severely. I typically don't. There is ways to get higher jump height in the tower and stuff like that. If you ever do want to have these done or go to these places a lot easier. And harder, depending on where you are. Is there the Lone Sweeper? No, there's not. These are very cool. And these actually have never been used to my knowledge, which is very cool. I always speculated that these would be like a future vehicle, because I don't even think these are a Sparrow. But it is just very cool. There's also more just nooks and crannies here and there that'll actually just show off here and there. Like up there, you can actually jump up to if you have higher jump height. Up there, as in up on those pipes. You can also jump up on that lift there, up in that little nook there, up in that nook there, and I believe I can actually yep, which means I can yeet mother. Oh, I did not know that was there. Yeah, not necessary. The other ones are up here. There is those up there, those pipes you can jump onto. And a lot of other places in other places are... How long do I got? You know what? I can also show off Xur. And one place I really like getting to. Ooh! You know what? I'm going to go see what Xur got. I'm going to speedrun Xur because Xur is very handy. And Xur's always here every weekend. Weekends go from Friday noon my time, or 2 p.m. actually my time, reset. They reset, which also corresponds with the weekly reset on that same time frame. So if you know that time for you, that's how it works. But that reset is when he shows up on Friday and leaves on the weekly reset. So you have plenty of time, or you have plenty of time to go here to buy anything you want for any of the currencies, or the only currency he really sells. I'm going here to get that because that allows me to get more of his currency a lot faster, which just is a overall net positive, basically.
It was the Nine's. Now it is yours.
What do you got? Ooh. That's not... I don't think that's really worth it. Anything I want to buy. That's interesting. Alright. Boom.
It is yours now.
Okay, now I should be able to get... What? How? There we go.
Accept it from the Nine.
Okay.
Until we speak again.
And now, last place I want to get to. Hopefully I can do this in 5 minutes. Of going up here, getting the speed boost, then running, getting outside the map. Which is the place I really like getting to. This is a very janky way that you actually have to know the exact way to get to. They made it harder, or they as a Bungie have made it harder, but not impossible, because they do actually like a little bit of jank here and there themselves.
This is Zavala's top priority right now.
And this also doubles up on showing you how to do this. Okay, this can actually change. The beam itself will also change, or the beam itself will change a whole lot. And what counts as ground is a whole lot of things. And sometimes it's not even really self-explanatory. But it allows you to jump very high.
Do we have a deal? Excuse me.
The way to get up to this area normally is the staircase here, just so you know. That goes down to here and then down to there, which connects through that walkway there. I'm just going the very fast way that I know. There we go. The trick with that spot there, you actually have to mantle to be able to get through it. And I don't know why, which is why I said it's a little bit harder, but just mantling allows you to get through. And now all I have to do is line up with this, and eventually, there we go. It'll actually load into the annex, which allows me to go right above my main man, Mr. Drifter. And if I stand here, people could actually see my feet, which is kind of funny. I cannot wait for the old tower to actually be a thing at some point, hopefully. Like, something the old tower can easily be, and this is something that I think could easily be simple, relatively speaking, but could have long-term investments. Having the old tower being used as clan housing, which would be fucking gorgeous, and that could be an entire, like, season being dedicated, like there's been a season dedicated to all sorts of other things in the past, a season dedicated to MMO style shit, like how there's been fishing in the past, but that's gone and everything's like that. But having an overall overhaul of the MMO side of things to allow fishing, possibly trading, all sorts of shit. And I think how trading would work is if you trade like an exotic, for an example, it is like a free trial for them. They're allowed to use it for like a limited time, like a week or something like that, because 7 is in this game a whole lot, but a week to allow them to have a whole lot of fun with it, but still have to go to you again to get it back, or ask somebody else to trade with them to allow them to try it, or they can do the very very smart thing to just go get it themselves. With all that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.